Hello, my friends. How's everyone doing? Welcome, Froggy, Glow, Pam, Cece. Who am I missing? Polly. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. So sorry I had to postpone to today, but when family calls, they come first, as I'm sure you know and understand. So um, we're gonna cut papers for Kendra's Card Challenge 17 today. And I have my plastic sleeves already with the sketches in them, and I have the papers I'm going to use. So I decided to use these papers from Crafty Critta, and I did put a link in the description box to Crafty Critta, so it should be easy for you to find. But I thought, you know what? Instead of using something with real definitive patterns on it, I wanted to use these papers that are kind of like I don't know, it's kinda like alcohol ink paper, the way it would look. Look at that, how pretty. And I know they're not 6 by 6, but I'll cut them down to 6 by 6, and then, I'll go from there. But let me show you the ones I'm gonna use. They're all so pretty. But I thought these would be good to use, and then for my matte layers, I could use either black or gold probably. You are family, but my mama comes first. Ah. I kinda like that music. I thought it would be real upbeat and, get us in the mood to do some crafting. So, let me first of all, make sure these are 6 wide. I didn't even check that. Yeah, they are. And cut them down to 6 by 6, and then I'll have these other pieces left over, and, I'll save them if I need them for any matte layers or if I make a boo-boo cutting down some paper, which I've been known to do. And friends, oh, friends, can I tell you? Um, looks like we're gonna be empty nesters again. I mean, for a minute. My daughter and son-in-law will be moving out this weekend. My son, however, is coming back from France this weekend. So, he'll be with us temporarily again, but he's coming back and then he's gonna find a place of his own, because he'll be here long enough that it will, um justify having his own place. He won't be going back to France quite as quickly. At least that's the plan. So, um, not that we don't like having our kids here, but it's going to be kind of nice to just be me and my husband again. Okay, I'm going to put these scraps off to the side. And oh, I just covered up my sketch. I have my sketch off to the side here, but let me decide um, what I want for paper A, B, C, and D. So let's kind of look through these. Oh, they're Crafty Critta. And thanks, Pam. She's okay. My mom, anytime you have a stay in the hospital, you don't come back quite the same. You're not very well rested, and um, you're tired at that point. Let me see if I like that. I think I like that. A, B, C, D, E, and F. So she needs to get rest. She's tired. She's 90, so she's tired. Um, but hopefully she's on the upswing. Um, they couldn't find one to buy, so they just decided to rent for now, and hopefully the market will have a shift in the next couple years, and then they can buy one. So we'll see how that goes. Will you move your craft room out of the garage? Um, yes. So my poor husband doesn't know this, but he's going to help me shift everything back into the house. It's just cold in here, and I can only imagine how hot it's going to be here in the summer. So, with them moving out, that'll give us two spare bedrooms that'll be empty. There'll be no furniture in there. The third spare bedroom does have a bed and some furniture in there, and that's where my son will stay temporarily. And I'll leave that one furnished just in case grandkids want to spend the night or whatever may arise. But yeah, I'm gonna put my craft room back inside, and I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know that I'm gonna take everything back in the house with me. Um, as you know, I have a lot of pattern paper, stamp sets, dies, and such. And I think I'll leave like my overflow out here in the garage. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you listening. Have fun walking your dog. I told you I would. I know, but no, I'm not putting my kids in the garage because it's my grandkids. Grandkids come first. Now, if it was just my kids, maybe I might. Who knows? All right, so let's start. This is going to be paper F. Yeah, E, D, C, B, and A. So we're just, you know, we're kind of getting used to the idea of them not being here. I was telling my husband yesterday, um, because I told him we just found out yesterday, and I told my husband, "Oh, we're gonna have the house to ourselves again." And he said, "Oh, okay." And of course he runs to grab the baby. Sorry, I'm gonna put my sketch up where I can see it here. And I tell him, "You're really gonna miss these kids, aren't you, the grandbabies?" And he's like, "Oh, Mr. Tough Guy, I'll be okay. I'll be fine." And I looked at him and I said, "But she's been here her whole life because she was actually born in our home. My daughter had a home birth, and so she was actually born in our house on my husband's birthday. So, and she's the youngest of the grandchildren. So she's been in our house her whole life. She knows no other place to live." Uh, so I told my husband, "You're gonna have a rough time, but I think we'll both have a rough time. But we'll get, it's not like they're that far away. It's maybe I don't know, 20-minute drive from our house. Not that far. So I'd rather they be here than in Las Vegas for sure." All right, I'm starting to cut my papers. And then what I'll do, and hopefully my tech equipment will cooperate, is, sorry, I'm looking at what to cut. What I'll do is record me putting the cards together. And hopefully have a video that shows me doing that. I don't know what happened this last month, but my tech equipment did not cooperate. Okay, where am I? Now, so it's already March, which means it's the last month to enter Kendra's Card Challenge 17. So you have until March 31st. There's 31 days in March, right? 30 days, that's September, April, June, and November. Yes. And so the new challenge will come out April 1st. So I'm excited for that. Super excited. Okay, let's see. This is trying to look at my cutting guide. And so I'll have to pick, once the new challenge comes out, a new sketch to use for my super sponsor hops. So for this quarter, I used, sorry guys, I'm trying to pay attention carefully. I used sketch number 8, and I used it for all the super sponsor hops that I was a part of. And I think they turned out, I mean, it's fun to do the same sketch with different products from different companies, because then you kind of see how versatile the sketch is. You can make it look so different with different goodies. Okay, let me put these in my plastic sleeves and let me check the chat. Yeah, it's cold in here. Like my feet get super cold and my hands get super cold. Yeah, it's um I recite that all the time to remember how many days. I it's gonna be quiet in my house, but I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's see. These go for sketch 1. And it's not like we're not gonna see them. I mean, we see our kids all the time. We're very, very fortunate. We're very blessed that we live so closely to all of them, all of them, all of them. Okay, then 5. So, like I have friends. Like my dearest friend. She lives in Florida, and her son lives out there. In fact, she lives with her son. She helps to take care of grandbabies, but her daughter lives out here in California. So, that's rough to be away from your kids and grandkids. 'Cause she has a grandson out here too in California, and it's just like, oh, that's rough. I can't imagine being having to get on a plane to see my grandkids. I just can't imagine that. Okay, let's cut paper B now, and then I'm gonna have to decide what to do with um come on, Yvette, think your focal points, ah, images for this or sentiments for this. So I gotta think about that a minute. I could design my own in Canva. In fact, guys, I smashed. I know some of you have probably been um, paying attention, but I've smashed a paper pad finally, a 12 by 12 Christmas paper pad. And I was like, oh, do I stamp a bunch of sentiments or look, I just made my own. Let me see if I can get closer. I just made my own and then I used like a scallop circle and then I cut it out with my scanning cut, which by the way gave me fits today because it wasn't pulling the mat in and it kept saying that they could not recognize the mat and blah 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 blah. So turned out I had something stuck in the machine and then once I got that cleared out, we were good and my machine worked just fine. So I don't know. We'll see. I kind of think about what I want to do there for sentiments. Okay. Trying to pay attention because I make mistakes every time. Every time I make at least one mistake, even if I'm paying very close attention. That's me. Okay, let's put these in the sleeves. It just is reciting that poem. There's just certain what are they called? What are they called when you use it's like either an acronym or a poem or something to help you remember things. For example, to remember the Great Lakes, I just know it's HOMES, HOMES. So it's Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. Those are the 5 Great Lakes. That's how I remember those. And then how many months, how many days in a month, I recite that poem. So it's just what I do. I mean, those are all tricks that you learn. And I know my dad taught us a trick when we were little about our so when we're learning our times tables, we learned them very young. So my mom and dad always had us learning things at home. So my dad taught us a trick for the 9 times tables. And to this day, I still remember it. And I tried showing my grandkids and they kind of looked at me funny. But I think 1 or 2 of them picked up on it. So all it is so if you have your 9s, So if you have 9 times 1, here's your 1, is 9. So you have 9 fingers left. 9 times 2, so then you do, no, how do you do it? 9 times 1 over here. And then 9 times 2, so you bring this finger down. Here's 1, and then 8 fingers is 18. And 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. And then 9 times, where was I? 9 times 4, or 9 times 5 is 45. And so forth and so on. And it works. You just remember your 9 times tables. The Canadian Men's Curling Championships are on. Huh, who knew? Okay, so then this goes in 11. But like all those kind of little tricks, memorization tricks. Okay, so that was paper B. Let me get to paper C. Hold on, it is on a clip so I don't lose it. Okay, paper C. And my Spellbinder Club stuff finally arrived. I was like a little bit frustrated because I got the notification in the mail, in my email, saying that it was, when it had been shipped, and then I finally got a notification saying it had been delivered in the mailbox. And no, it was not. So I thought, oh, because our regular mail carrier was on vacation, and every time she's on vacation, whoever takes over messes up, leaves our stuff with the neighbors, our neighbors' stuff with us. So I kind of patiently waited the next day to see if one of the neighbors brought it back to me, and nothing. So then I got a little nervous. So then I just started stalking the mail carrier, and still nothing. And so I was just like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Where am I? So I waited and I waited, and as soon as I saw the mail carrier start to walk by, I ran outside, and she had already put the mail in our mailbox, and our mailbox has a lock, so I need a key to get in there, and my husband happened to have the key. So I thought, oh, so I kind of flagged her down. I said, excuse me. And as I was flagging her down, she turned around. She goes, oh, I forgot to deliver this. And it was my package from Spellbinders. So I was like, oh, okay, it got here. It wasn't delivered to the wrong place. It just, the notification said it was delivered when it actually was not. I don't like when that happens. Okay, this is 6. Oh, it is 6. And then 7. And then 9. I think these are going to be pretty with these like watercolor look to them. But as I was thinking this morning, because it dawned on me this morning after my daughter told me that they were actually going to move out this weekend, dawned on me that I could move my craft room back in the house. And then I started thinking, okay, what do I want to do? How do I want to set it up? And it's going to be in a different room than it was before, because I moved out of one room, and that's the one I set up for my son. But I don't know. I've got to kind of think. I have like Alex drawers, and I have like what are they? The cube, the calyx units. I have a couple of storage shelves for paper for 12 by 12 and 8.5 by 11. So I got to kind of think what I want to do. All right, what's this? Okay. All right. This one's an easy cut. Hopefully I won't mess it up too badly. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm not going to move everything in there right away, I don't think, because I just don't have the energy. To do that, but We'll see. Sometimes even if I don't have the energy, I also don't have the patience to wait, and I start doing things. And my husband will tell me, "Why didn't you just wait for me?" And it's like, "It's because I want to get it done, sir." Yes, you do have a regular guy. You do have a regular guy, and when our regular person's not here, I know, I know. Usually she'll tell us, "Hey, I'm going to be on vacation for," if she sees us for a week or 2 weeks, and we kind of know to keep an eye. But this time, I don't know, she didn't see us. We didn't see her because we're not really home in the evenings anymore. We're with my mother-in-law, and our mail gets delivered like we're probably the last on the route because we get it about 5 o'clock in the evening, 4:30 or 5. So she didn't see us. We didn't know she was going on vacation, and we miss her when she's gone. Totally miss her when she's gone. Like if she knows I'm expecting a particular package, she'll hand it to me. Like she'll knock on my door and hand it to me, make sure I get it. She's really good. It helps that my son-in-law was a postal carrier, so once she found that out, it was like even better. Okay, now I need sketch E. Oops. Hold on. Oh, this is the complicated one. There's a lot of cuts. Excuse me. Okay, let me try and focus on this one. Oh, a PO box. Do you have to pay for it if there's no home delivery that you all, or is that something provided to you all since the home delivery is not a thing for you? Okay, that goes here. These are tiny pieces I have to cut. In fact, let me bring out my smaller paper trimmer. Maybe that'll help me a bit. Maybe. Um, let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then this gets cut into 3 pieces as well. Do, do, do. And then Saturday is going to be such a busy day because we're giving our teenage granddaughters a ride to a job fair that they want to go to. And then we have to do our taxes and then pick up our son from the airport. So it's going to be a busy Saturday. Plus help my daughter in any way we can to move out. Did I not cut this straight? Yeah, I did. Okay, next cut. Hold on. To see the direction of the paper. And see what that says on there because the sketch is a little bit far away from me. A little bit. So we'll see. But just, I think right now my focus is going to be my mama. Make sure she's okay. She's super important to us. We still need her. And I told her in the hospital, and I said, Mom, you can't go anywhere yet. I'm not done with you. I need you. She just laughs. She's like, okay. And she did say, but I'm tired. And I said, I know you're tired, but I still need you. I told her she has to stick around for 10 more years till she's 100. And she says, oh, I don't want to live to be 100. And so I told her, okay, 99. And she said, okay. She agreed to the 99. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't care how old you get, still need my mama. Let's see. Here. I hope I got that right. And this is the one I have to kind of mark up because it has some diagonal cuts. If I could find my pencil, it would be great. Excuse me. I don't know what is going on with me constantly having to clear my throat lately. Oh, pencil, where are you? Hmm. Well, I'm starting to get frustrated with myself. I'm usually quite organized. Okay, so let me see here. Right here, right? No, because I'm going to cut backwards. Let me just do it on the front. I don't like having this frog in my throat at all. All right, let's see if I can do these cuts right now. I feel like I have to do it. I really do feel like I have to do it on the back, especially with this paper because I need to see. It's hard to see. Okay. Let's see. Go here. And then here, right? And wish me luck on this. This is where I don't know if I get it right anytime, but I will try. So this goes. Oh, I should just pay attention each time I do this. I really should. Okay, I'm going to try to see the lines here. From that one down to the corner. Right? Go over a little bit. Oh, I hope I did it right. And then this one's from the corner to my mark. All right, let's see if I did that right. I think so. Okay, let's put those in the plastic sleeves before I lose it. We changed the routes. Training routes, no fun. See, you have to pay even though they don't do delivery to your home. I think that's kind of not fair. But, you know, there's a lot of things that aren't fair, such as life. Okay, let's see. Any go into 2? No. 3? No. Oh, yes, 1 goes into 3. This piece. And all of this is on the sketch. And I think, did I link Kendra's card challenge? I might not have. I'll double check. And if I didn't, I'll add it. Because I mean, I absolutely love using her sketches. Like I said, I am a lazy, lazy crafter when it comes to having to think and come up with an idea. 10 is the next one. So that's these 2 pieces here. 10, 10, 10. I could even use, instead of matte layers, like to separate the papers, I could probably use some Love from Lizzie strips, I think. I have a lot of them. I just have to see if I have gold ones. I'm not sure if I have gold ones. I'll have to double check. Okay. And I have babysitting duty today, so I will have to finish up right on time, if not a little bit early. Okay, 14 are these 3. 14, and this one goes in 15. Okay, that was paper E. So next we'll work on paper F. I'm going to get a quick drink of water, guys. Excuse me for just a minute. Oh, that's rough. I know I still miss my dad. He's been gone for, oh my goodness, 12 years. 12 years. So you never stop missing them. I tell my niece because my brother-in-law just passed away in January, and she's really, of course, she's struggling. You don't expect to lose your parent in your 20s, so she's struggling. And I did tell her, um, sometimes people will say, "Oh, it gets better with time." Personally, I don't think it gets better with time. I think you just get used to it. You're just used to that being your new normal. Um, and living without that person and living with that grief, I guess. And so I try and tell her it's okay to cry, it's okay to miss him, perfectly normal. And it's okay if, 'cause she says, I'll be fine. And just all of a sudden I start crying. And it's like, that's part of the grieving process. It's okay. It'll hit you when you least expect it. Wait. Yeah, that's right. If I cut all these without one mistake, I will be so proud of myself. I shouldn't have said that, huh? Because I'm not done. I still have this to cut. Probably just jinxed myself. Okay, so this I'm going to make the top. Okay. And this is going to be like a scrap piece. That's, I think, the only, and you can use that for like a little added piece on the inside of a card. Okay, let's see. Those two go there. Goes there. That one goes there. Yeah, I cut them all without making a mistake. Woohoo! Yay me. Okay, let me put these in the sleeves they correspond to. So these two itty bitty pieces go for number 1. Then my next sleeve will be number 6, which is this piece. Then number 11, which is this one and this one over here. Then number 13, 13. Number 14 are these. Okay, and then, whoops, number 15 is this one. Okay, so now we have a little bit. I cut these pretty quickly today. We have a little bit of time, so maybe I'll take a peek and see what matte layers I can use. Yeah, I still have those moments where my sister too. My sister, it's been 15 years. It's been a while. And I'll sometimes get ready to call her, and then, well, I can't call her because she's not here. Hi, Mary. Welcome, my friend. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. Welcome, everyone. Isn't that paper beautiful? I love it. Yeah. My sister was 9 years older than me, and she had lupus, which is why she passed away so young. She was only 50 when she passed. Yeah. It's always grieving. Yes. It's even hard as an older adult. Hi, friend. How are you? So sorry. So sorry. Sending hugs and prayers, my friend. Oh, have fun. Thank you so much. You go enjoy your your granddaughter. Bye. Okay, so now let me see. I have let me grab here some like I don't know if I should do like holographic papers behind there. Okay, guys, get ready for a glare. Sorry. Or black. Let's start with if we were to put together sketch 1, like the matte layers for these papers. And what I usually do is kind of just test them out, see how I like them. So those would go there. This would go here. Where's these other 2 small pieces? Huh. I lost a small piece, guys. Oh, here it is. It's in here still. I have to be careful when there's tiny, tiny pieces. So this would go here. Would I want black behind there or holographic behind there? Or gold? Let me see. Let me get some black cardstock out. I know I had some. And I have the holographic there. Do I have gold? And I have some gold here. So let me see. If I were to make this a matte layer with gold on it, that would look okay, right? Because it would be this, that, and come on. It's okay. Because it has the gold veining in that pattern paper. And I try and decide on one color I can use for all the matte layers for all the cards. It's just easier for me that way than switching it up. Although the black looks pretty too. It kind of makes the colors pop, right? I could do, so let's say I have one of the papers that's got more pink on it. I could do the pink behind it. Nah, I don't like that. I like that black, or you find like a piece of the holographic that's not a full sheet, so I don't completely blind you guys. Here, I have something I had die cut and didn't use. Sorry about the glare. I'll try and cover up what's not. Let me zoom in a little bit. Do you mind if I zoom in? Give me just 1 second. Let me try it. Okay, so it would be this. So this could be the matte layer. In fact, let me try something with a bigger piece of paper instead of these little ones so I can show a full matte layer behind there. Put this behind there. Okay. Let me find one of the sketches with a larger piece. Find one. Come on. Probably this one. Let's try with this. So would this piece look better matted on black? Here's black. That looks good. Or on holographic. Cover that. There's the holographic. Huh. Sorry, guys, I was reading. I realized I got silent all of a sudden. Oh, Pam, that's rough. That's really rough. Very young. Very, very young. Isn't it funny how as we get older, like young is relative. Young is relative. We're gonna do a poll, holographic or black for my matte layers. But sometimes I realize that you know, when I was in my 20s, 50 seemed really old to me. But it's not that old. It's really not that old. And so now I just kind of think, I guess just depends. It's relative. Okay, so I'm going to start a poll. So black, matte, black, or whoops, holographic. Ready, set, go. See if that works. Your daughter wasn't old enough to remember her. Aww. But you can share fun memories of her. Um, it's I love when my kids will remember things about my sister because she was the fun. I mean, they love both my sisters, but she'd be like, "Mom, she was just like so much fun." You know, she where she lived, she had a pool, so they'd go swimming, and they've had all kinds of fun there. And um, so I'll say, "Mom, remember when we did this with Tia Rosa? And remember when we did that?" And it's like, "Yeah, I remember. I remember." So it's hard if they don't have those memories to look back on. I'm lucky. My kids remember my sister. They all do. My grandkids, I I don't know that they remember her. They've heard stories about her, and so I think in that way they remember her. But like remembering her, I don't think they do. Okay, how we doing on my poll here, guys? Okay, I have only 4 votes, and there's 10 of you watching right now, guys. Can you put a few votes in there? That in fact, let me lay it across this way. Maybe that'll help you vote. The black or the holographic? I don't know if that'll help or not. Do, do, do. Oh, so sorry. The other day, my 4-year-old grandson, he's funny. He has like memories. It's just I can't believe he remembers certain things. And my father-in-law was an amputee. He had his right leg amputated below the knee, so he had a prosthetic. And yesterday, he was asking what happened to the grandpa with the fake leg. So my father-in-law. So we told him that, you know, he had died. He's not here anymore, but he's in our hearts. He's in heaven. And he wanted to see the a picture of Tata. That's what they call him, Tata, with his leg. And I was like, so he asked my daughter, "Do you have any pictures?" And she said, "No." And he said, "Grandma, do you have any pictures?" I said, "Well, I think so. Let me look." So I started scrolling through my phone, and I have pictures of my father-in-law, but none with where you could see he had a prosthetic leg, because of course his pant leg covered it. And so I was like, "Nope, sorry, baby, I don't." And then as I'm scrolling, he's watching me, and there's a picture of my dad, and he's like, "Who's that?" And I said, "That's my dad." And he looked at me, and he's like, "Well, where's he at?" Because he never met my dad. So I said, "Oh, he's not with us anymore. He's in heaven." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And he moves on to his own thing. He's so funny. Okay, let me get to the poll, and I'm going to end that poll, guys. And with 71%, my friends, black. I'm going to use black as my matte layers. So let me put away this piece of holographic that will not go in the trash. And then, what did I do? I misplaced some sketches. I just put them out of order. So then what I do from there, oops, this was sketch number 3, don't mess up, put it away, is just kind of cut my matte layers next. And then, for example, this one, this white area, I can just use another pattern paper, or I can use stenciled background or an embossed background. So first I do all my matte layers, and then I'll go and kind of decide on what background. So like, for example, this one's going to be black. So this tells me how big to cut the matte layer. So let me cut that so I can at least start on matte layers here. So let's see, I'm going to cut it here first. And the first time I cut this, I thought, oh, this can't be right. I cut it wrong because it looks too small. But, oh, let me zoom back out. Sorry, guys. Whoops, wrong way. But when I pulled out my pattern paper, I realized, oh, no, it is the right size. It's just me not paying attention. And then what I have to decide after I decide, I'll get my matte layers all set, and then I'll have to decide if I emboss like this background or do some stenciling, or maybe use some do some foiling on that background, because I do have some papers that I can foil from Crafty Critta to use back there as a background. So we'll see. We'll see what I do with that. Okay, so that's that matte layer. Then the next one. So I'm going to go here. Is this big enough? No. And I save all my, I mean, if they're big enough, I'll save them, because I could use them as a matte layer maybe on another one coming up. And okay, so I put these in here, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to use on that object, so I won't cut a matte layer for that yet. But I also put in my sleeves the card base, so that I'm not searching around for card bases as I'm assembling. Because like I said, we spend a lot of time at my mother-in-law's. So if I'm not recording what I'm doing, I can take projects like these with me and work on them there. Hopefully my tech keeps working. I've tried it a few times and it seems to be working. So we'll see. Oh, thank you, my friend. You're so sweet. I always forget the YouTube things. So hit that thumbs up button, share the live, subscribe if you don't already, all the fun stuff. Gonna put the extra. This I started doing probably, if not last quarter, the one before, because it was helpful to me to just see it a little bit bigger than the sketch on the printout. I mean, the sketch on the printout is great. What did I do with the other one? But see, this is big enough where it's easier for me to just glance over to the side and kind of put it together. And I size it so that it's close enough to A2 size, so I can visualize what it should look like. Close enough. Sometimes it's a little bigger or a little smaller, but like, let's see how close. Let me get that pattern paper. So see, it's pretty close. A little bit, a smidge bigger, but it's pretty close. So then I know, okay, it's going to look more or less like this. And then, sorry again, I'll try and grab like embellishments that I have to see what could work there. But like I said, the first step is I go through and do all the matte layers. Then I go through and prepare any background layers. And then I'll decide on sentiments or focal points. And I might just die cut some sentiments using those scraps I had left. Like I could do happy birthdays or different sentiments out of these. And if I have sentiments with a shadow layer, then I can do the shadow in the black, right? Or I could foil. I have some fun foil stuff I just got from Spellbinders too. So I could do that. Hold on. Where's that box I just got? So I got some new inks for the Better Press, and then I got, so I might actually do some backgrounds that are Better Press back there, maybe. Hmm. We'll see. Like I have these full plates here that are press plates. So I could use that to make a background panel. I also have some glimmer foil ones. And then I got the I got 2 of the packs of the inks for my Better Press. Because Yvette does not know how to just start slow. I have to do all the things. And since I now have a Better Press and I know I like it, I had to. Let me show you. I have some. What did I do with it? Come on. Here we are. Oh, I'm dropping pattern paper everywhere. I have like different foil art from Crafty Critta too. So if I wanted a like this background panel, I could foil, you know, something like that or like that. You know, that could be a good background panel, and just pick a coordinating foil color. There's also these ones I have that have sunglasses. Show you sentiments in them. So this one says Shine Bright. It's kind of bigger, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do with that. So those are decisions I have to make before I put my cards together. All right, friends, I'm pretty much done cutting for today. I've got to get ready to go babysit. Yeah, I'm loving my Better Press and the Glimmer machine too. So I'm starting to put together a little container with what did I do with it? Better Press goodies and Glimmer goodies. What did I do with my Glimmer goodies? Oh no. Oh, they're over here. So I'm trying to like use more than pattern paper because I love pattern paper. That's easy for me to put cards together, easy for me to get like instant gratification and get cards done quickly. But when I see what everybody else does, and it's just like, oh, I got to use that and I got to use that. And so we'll see. We'll see. Like I have some embossing folders now from Spellbinders, so I can use those. Lots of goodies. Lots and lots of goodies. Okay, friends, for real this time. For real. For reals, for reals, as my grandchildren say, for reals. I'm gonna go. I gotta go babysit. Same way David just sorry for the kids. So I had signed up for the monthly kits for the that's what I was waiting for. I'm really gonna go soon, guys, I promise. So for February's small die of the month and stencil of the month, and these just arrived yesterday. Yesterday. So no, day before yesterday. So then I thought, oh, I'll do the Better Press of the month, and then I'll do the Glimmer of the month. But I decided to stop myself from doing that. So I'm not gonna do the clubs for a minute. That's gonna be what I give up for Lent, being in any like monthly subscriptions. But you know, just for Lent. Once Lent is over, we'll figure out what I do from there. All right, friends. If unless you have any questions for me, let me know. We got a couple minutes, but if you don't have any questions, I got to babysit a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, which is always fun because they like to be very active. And the 1-year-old now knows how to tell me, no, stop. If she doesn't like if I sit down, no, stop. And then she tells me up. So it's like, okay, grandma's up, grandma's up. But I'll see you guys on Monday. You just want the March stuff. Yeah, I just canceled it before my subscription hit for the March stuff, or at least I think I did in time. But for Monday, assuming I don't have any grandkids or my mom or my mother-in-law needing me for anything, let's see what I have planned for Monday. Monday. Oh, we'll play with my stuff I got from my Spellbinders Club that I just got. And then, right, today is the 6th, right, so Monday the 10th. So that'll be 9 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. So we'll play with my Spellbinders goodies that I just got, that I now just misplaced. Oh, here they are. So we'll play with these on Monday with a Stepping into Spring small die of the month and the Nature's Canvas stencil of the month. Alrighty, friends, we will see you on Monday. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. You go adult, Pam. I don't have to adult when I babysit. I just have to get down on the floor with my grandbabies. That's it. Thanks, guys. We will see you on Monday. Bye.